what is going on? She's just deleted her Twitter. She's getting called out because it was exposed, because an interview got brought up.
The Indiana Fever's president is in full damage control mode after Caitlin Clark publicly put her on blast for everyone to see. What unfolded live on TV left fans stunned. Now the backlash is picking up speed, and every passing hour, the heat is only getting worse.
I'm not joking when I say this. Something's gone weirdly wrong. Like, we literally hired a freaking chronically online GM.
But here's the thing, and this goes way deeper than one press conference or a viral clip. There's a much bigger story brewing in the background, and I've got all the details.
I have said before, and I will say it again, Stephanie White, Amber Cox, Kelly Crosscroft, the Indiana Fever president, they were not ready. Now, Christine Brennan in her book confirmed. The WNBA and the Indiana Fever did not realize what they were about to get themselves into with drafting Caitlin Clark, because the popularity they weren't prepared for and didn't see.
Tensions have officially boiled over inside the Indiana Fever organization, and Caitlin Clark's supporters are making sure it doesn't fly under the radar. The rookie who's been packing arenas, setting TV ratings on fire, and turning every Fever game into a must-see event is suddenly being undermined by her own team president. Yes, Kelly Crosscroft made a remark so tone-deaf that fans were left shaking their heads. She said, "We want the Fever to be like Apple," but the way it landed made it sound like Clark was just a minor accessory instead of the main product. The reality, Clark is the single reason this franchise is in the spotlight. She's the one driving merchandise sales, ticket sellouts, and national media attention. Yet instead of celebrating that, leadership seems intent on playing down her influence. Fans weren't having it. Social media erupted, calling the statement nothing but blatant disrespect. Then, as the uproar grew, Crosscroft suddenly vanished. Her X account gone overnight. No public apology, no clarification, nothing. It looked like a silent admission of guilt, as if logging off could make the controversy disappear. But it's too late. The internet doesn't forget, and neither do Caitlin Clark's diehard fans.
Yes, Stephanie White, every single solitary move that you make is going to be scrutinized. Welcome to it. Right here.
You know the storm is real when someone bails from social media right in the middle of a controversy. That's exactly what Fever president Kelly Crosscroft did after her now infamous Apple comment caught fire online, and not in the way she hoped. Once the clip started making rounds, Clark's fan base flooded X, tearing into Crosscroft for trying to reduce the league's biggest star to a throwaway corporate metaphor. Clark isn't just part of the brand, she's the engine that's driving viewership, ticket demand, and nationwide buzz. And the fan base wasn't about to stay quiet. By Friday night, Crosscroft's account had vanished completely. No statement, no spin, no attempt to explain, just gone. That silence spoke louder than any words. For longtime Fever supporters, the ones who stuck with the team through losing streaks and empty seats, the whole thing felt like a slap in the face. And this isn't happening in a vacuum. The front office has stayed mostly silent about the rough, borderline dangerous treatment Clark has been getting on the court, taking hits while refs look the other way. Now, instead of backing her up, even her own team president can't seem to acknowledge her importance without turning it into a branding pitch. Fans weren't fooled, and Crosscroft's disappearance only confirmed their worst suspicions. That leadership just doesn't get it. This isn't just a PR misstep anymore, it's a trust crisis, and the Fever brass just poured gasoline on the fire. Then, as if things weren't already tense, Sophie Cunningham entered the chat.
If I was a ref, I know I would mess up all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing?
You said just go tomorrow. You're on the Las Vegas Strip. What can the Las Vegas expect from Sophie?
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be me. I don't go in there trying to predetermine anything. I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so it's all good.
Sophie Cunningham made it very clear she's not here for games, unless they're played on the court. Call her Clark's enforcer or the unofficial chair of the Try That Here and See What Happens club, because she just lit the league up. On the first episode of her new podcast, Show Me Something, Sophie unloaded, unfiltered, unapologetic, and with the kind of honesty that felt more like a tell-all doc than a sports show. Her message, savage. She wasn't just coming for opponents. She went after anyone downplaying Caitlin Clark's impact in the WNBA. Her words, "You're literally dumb," not once, not twice, 3 times, and the internet ate it up. That clip spread across TikTok, X, and YouTube faster than wildfire. It was the line of the week, and Sophie knew exactly how to make it stick. But she's not just talk, she backs it up. This is the same player who leveled a Connecticut Sun opponent after Clark took an elbow to the face, and she got tossed for it without a second thought. Her explanation, "I protect my teammates," period. But here's the twist. Sophie didn't just take aim at rivals or bad officiating. She turned the heat on her own team. According to her, some of the coldest shade Clark's getting isn't from opposing squads. It's coming from inside the Fever locker room. People close to the team say the episode felt like Sophie planting a battle flag. That tension fans have been sensing. It's not imaginary, it's very real. The clash between old guard WNBA vets and rising viral stars like Clark isn't just a league-wide thing. It's happening right in Indiana. And Sophie, she's not backing off, not toning it down, and definitely not keeping it in-house. If calling it out publicly blows things up, so be it.
It was an intentional foul and it was meant to send a message. It turned into a scuffle and I don't think anybody wanted that, but the way that the game went and how egregious the referees were and how they were not protecting players, and they especially weren't protecting the #1 player in this league, the biggest draw in this league, which is Caitlin Clark, and they continue to not do that. To me, this was not a dirty play. This was making a statement because the referees didn't do their damn job. This would not have happened at the end of the game if the referees did their job during the first play. If the referees did their job, I'm sorry, not just the first play, every single play leading up to that. If the referees had control of the game, that is their only job. The referees' first job, their #1 job, is to protect their players.
Like, I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But
Right.
there's just more for her.
Let's not sugarcoat this. Caitlin Clark is being targeted. She's catching elbows, getting shoved mid-drive, even taking fingers to the face. And the officials, silent. If this were the NBA and someone took a cheap shot at Steph Curry or LeBron James, you'd see instant whistles, ejections, and media outrage. But in the WNBA, Clark takes a hit and play just goes on. Case in point, May 24th, Fever versus New York Liberty. Tight game, 2-point difference. Clark drives to the rim. Natasha Cloud drops her shoulder straight into Clark's path. Clear contact right in front of the refs. Nothing. No foul, no explanation. Just Clark standing there in disbelief, palms out like, "Are you kidding me?" The Liberty take the win, and the message is clear. Sophie Cunningham wasn't letting that slide. She called it exactly what it was. And she's not wrong. The double standard is impossible to ignore at this point. This isn't physical defense. It's open season targeting. Behind closed doors, there's even talk of a silent pact. Make her earn it, which really means wear her down before she dominates. But Clark didn't come to be anybody's punching bag. She came to take over. And when the refs won't protect her, Sophie steps in, both on the court and on the mic, like it's her personal mission. This is no longer about a few bad calls. It's a pattern, a dangerous one. And if you're paying attention, you can see it's about more than basketball. So keep your eyes on this, because the next twist in this story is going to be even bigger.